All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this.
Come on now.
They'll come up now, second and 4 from the 31.
Nice hit, baby.
Set. Waiting.
Get in the weight room.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Wentz has it left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Now Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They give him a gain of 38.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On second down, here's Wentz. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Eagles coming up here on a third and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
There we go, back man. Waiting!
Check. 3 down.
Great.
Check Mike, 27. Check Mike.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Got him in. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 13 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bryant now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Drops it off for Coleman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, wait.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Ready!
On 2nd down, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, gun.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Let's go. 25.
Here's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Gun.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Coleman on the toss. Fights him off, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Sticky forward, south. Ready.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Great. Tyson.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to launch this thing. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Got it. 280. 21. Here we go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Tuesday.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run here with Freeman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Hey, let's
so
go.
The ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 3 yards out. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Waiting! Black, come on.
On play action, Wentz eluding the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Jet, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 67 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And here now come the Falcons. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Gun.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
4 down, check, 4 down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready! Right 25!
Check.
Ready! Go!
This time Ryan will throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready!
From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Ryan now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Go! Wait! Ready, go!
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Hey, wait.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Stand. Go. Lady!
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Don't go. 280. There's shift.
Move.
81.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Wentz being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Shorty.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Hey, don't go. 120.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Group right.
Great.
Mike 27.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
This 5-2.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Black, come on.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
What's your son?
Now Wentz again. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Sproles. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. Here we go. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Tokyo! Ram!
Wentz now on first down. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And he's got it up and through. Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Now Ryan on first down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And this one is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Freeman again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Finding some room at midfield. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Coleman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Gun!
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This time he'll look to throw. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Nigel Bradham coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Hey, let's go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Gun.
Hey. Four down.
Gun. Space.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 280. That's it.
Let's go. Motion.
Dragging.
Check back 45.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Tight end right.
Ramp.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee said. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Hang in there now.
Hey, four down.
Here we go. 120.
Now a play fake. Wentz looking deep for his tight end. And got his man complete. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Four down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Throw right Inside caught by Ridley. And now look at him go. Past the 20, 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 85 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
He'll get it up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Bryant's extra point up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go.
Play action. Now Wentz. Rolling to his left. Has it left side. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down.
Here we go. 120.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
To throw, it's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Baldwins get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Waiting. Liz.
Wentz to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Got it. Ready, blue 80.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will finally bring this one back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles. And I believe it's against Washington.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
Maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
54, Sam.
4 down, 4 down.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Sproles, the return. A nice job on the return there. $16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the blowout part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out Seattle.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Wide 80.
Foles. And this will complete to Marcus Wheaton. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Freeman. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Coleman. And some room to work. And he powers his way up past the 30. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hey.
From the shotgun, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. So that one will be accepted.
I know you felt that way. This time, boys, out on the left. Out on the left. Move.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
4 down. Check.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And now running right through it. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4 down. Check.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game, and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.